Less than 5 years ago, Donald Trump signed an executive order trying to ban TikTok. Trump's executive order prohibited any transaction with ByteDance, the Chinese company that owns the app, called out.
Once again, hey guys, I need people to understand that remembering things is important. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, 9.5 out of 10 Republicans are going to switch this as some victory lap that, Trump had to save TikTok from the evil Biden and far leftist administration. And people are going to buy that. So can somebody please tell me, how is it that Trump can get all these wins without really even trying? Like, we need to understand the gravity of these little tiny moments here. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, with someone like me, I'm not on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? My wife and my kids are on TikTok. They might show me a few, LOL videos here and there. But for the most part, I don't really care, But when it comes to millions of people who are on TikTok and use TikTok not just for entertainment or, just staying connected with families and friends, there's business owners on there. Millions of people on there. And with the whole shutdown and just seeing it, in person of it being shut down, and then people, saying their funny goodbyes and everything. And then this morning, everything is fine. And we need to understand the most important part of this is the messaging, the strategic messaging that I guarantee, I stamp it here today, that this is going to be echoed for years and years and years as Trump saving small businesses across the United States or even across the world, okay? And we already know, if you dig a little deeper, it gets a little suspect. It's a little bit more than what the eye reveals. You know what I'm saying? So let me just read just some of the TikTok messages that millions of people, remind you, have seen. And people who are not politically savvy or really engaged in politics like that, they're going to just see this and make a judgment off of that. They're not going to look in the past. They're not going to watch my channel. They're not going to do none of that. So TikTok, like before they reinstated it today, or when you're watching this yesterday, this is what the TikTok ban said. It said, in agreement with our service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalties providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing over 7 million small businesses to thrive. It is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States. And then, once it actually kicked back, this was the next message. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is now back in the U.S. You can continue, blah, blah, blah. And yes, we already know. And then, of course, on Donald Trump, on his social media site, he said a whole bunch of things which isn't really relevant to what's actually happened in the past. But he said, I'm asking companies not to let TikTok stay dark. I will issue an executive order on Monday to extend a period of time before the laws prohibits take effect so that we can make a deal to protect our national security and yada, yada, yada. If you just look at that, just right there, you will just assume that Donald Trump loves TikTok, he loves small businesses, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure the Biden administration doesn't ban it. But hey, guess what? Let's go over a little history. I know y'all probably didn't expect this to talk about TikTok, but on this channel, we actually learned something, and this is very important. Says Donald Trump's effort to ban TikTok dates back to mid 2020 amidst rising concerns with his administration about data security and potential ties between TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, and the Chinese government. Late July 2020, Trump first publicly floated the idea of banning TikTok in the United States. This came after several Republican lawmakers had called for investigations into TikTok's data collection practices. In August 6, 2020, Trump signed an executive order that would effectively prohibit U.S. companies and citizens from doing business with ByteDance after a 45-day grace period. The order cited national security concerns. Once again, what's going on with these national security concerns? I haven't heard no resolution from it or anything close. August 14, 2020, a second executive order gave ByteDance 90 days to divest from TikTok's U.S. operations. Once again, my question is, how long is it going to take for people to forget what happened in the past? Let's go ahead and hear from one of my friends.
TikTok is dead. Long live TikTok. The social media app with 170 million users in the US went dark an hour or so before midnight Saturday evening and posted a message that we are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Now that's a curious statement. You see, on August 6, 2020, less than 5 years ago, Donald Trump signed an executive order trying to ban TikTok. Trump's executive order prohibited any transaction with ByteDance, the Chinese company that owns the app, called out.
Once again, hey guys, I need people to understand that remembering things is important, because like I said at the beginning of this video, 9.5 out of 10 Republicans are going to switch this as some victory lap that, you know, Trump had to save TikTok from the evil Biden and far leftist administration. And people are going to buy that. Like literally, because they don't care. They don't care about the past. They don't care about what people said on CNN and X, Y, and Z. Like, no. All they really care about, you know, like someone like Trump is, he was on TV and he seemed like he was a great genius businessman during the COVID-19, forgetting that he fumbled every step of the way when it comes to actually protecting American citizens. They just remember the stimmy checks. That's it. When it comes to the ceasefire in Gaza, they're not going to care about, you know, Trump literally like demonizing Palestinian people. No, they're not going to care about him making backroom deals with people after the ceasefire in his millions of dollars. No, they're not going to care about that. And now it's the saving TikTok. Like, when do we hold people accountable for their positions once before and now just switching it up because now it's in favor of them to do so?
The threat of TikTok and warned that the risks are real from this Chinese-owned app. Then last year, he met with billionaire TikTok investor Jeff Yass and started changing his tune. Finally, after the election, we learned that TikTok CEO Shou Chew will reportedly attend Trump's inauguration alongside Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg, the billionaire media moguls who control Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and the Washington Post. And in recent days, TikTok has been kissing Trump's ring, stroking his ego, and posting, "We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform." Now, mind you, none of this drama was necessary. The White House already announced that it will not implement the law, which goes into effect the day before the inauguration, and would instead allow Trump to...
That is an important part right here. Hey, guys, I need you guys to understand. None of it's going to matter, though. That's a funny thing. Like, we will show this to people. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have debates on this, and this will be a key fact here, and people are not going to care. But once again, People don't care about the details, the struggle. They just care about who won, the winners. And unfortunately, it's going to be framed as Donald Trump saves TikTok.
The law, which goes into effect the day before the inauguration and would instead allow Trump to decide what to do. We see no reason for TikTok or other companies to take actions in the next few days before the Trump administration takes office on Monday, the White House said before TikTok shut down. But continuity of operations is boring for an old stunt queen like Donald Trump. I'm thinking he wanted TikTok to shut down just for a day so he could swoop in on his white horse on Monday with an executive order giving the company a 90-day extension. Heck, now it looks like he may even fly to China so he can wave a piece of paper and claim he solved all of U.S.-Chinese relations. And it looks like part of the deal is that TikTok must publicly grovel to Trump on its own app, praising the incoming dear leader so they can get what they want. American law and public policy is now for sale to the highest bidder. If you want a law changed or passed, you must bend the knee to the wannabe monarch. It doesn't matter if the new policy or law contradicts his previous positions. If you flatter him enough or pay him enough, he'll come around. Pay to play is back, baby. If this happened in any other country, we would call it what it is: corruption and cronyism. But it's happening now in our country, and we haven't even started yet. Welcome to Trump's America.
Hey, welcome to Trump's America, where the U.S. democracy is now being treated like a business. And this is what happens. Whoever has the most money, whoever has the, the influence, or if Trump just likes you, you possibly, because he's not going to just like you just because you're a cool guy. No, you probably need some money with that, but you're not going to get things done. And for the people who voted for Trump thinking that some of that good graces is just going to fall on them, that didn't happen in the first administration. So why do you think it's going to happen now? And if you don't know what an oligarchy is, hey, let me read this to you, and you tell me if this doesn't feel like this is going on now. An oligarchy is a form, a power structure in which a small group of people hold control over a country, organization, or institution. This small ruling class typically wields power for their own benefits, often prioritizing personal interests, wealth, or social status. Hey, what is America? And just run that definition right behind it, right there. Cronyism is a form of favoritism in which individuals in position of power or authority offers jobs, benefits, or other advantages to friends, associates, or trusted allies rather than those who are most qualified or deserving. Wow, that's kind of weird. That's like 99% of Trump's administration right there. Okay, this practice can lead to corruption and undermines merit-based systems as it prioritizes personal relationships over competence, credentials, or fairness. That's what we got. But like I said, none of this is going to matter to the regular common folk, because at the end of the day, they got what they want, and TikTok is a hell of a entertainment source. So they don't care about what happened 2 years ago, 4 years ago. If Trump said that, the devil himself created TikTok, they don't care about that. As long as they have it now, that's all that matters. And thank God Trump can't run for another 4 years, because I guarantee this will be fuel for that next campaign. Thank God thank God he can't as of now. Yeah, as of now. So once again, guys, if you agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or hit that Discord button so me and you can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.